Alright gang, welcome back to our Pioneer Challenge on Alone in the World. It's August, day 1. A few of you correctly pointed out in the comments to me when I was trying to figure out why we still were flipping around and it was supposed to stay in June. Well, it's not really that the months stay in June, it's just the actual weather itself would stay in June. So even if it's December, it's going to look like it's June weather. So that's what it was. So I was incorrectly stating the wrong thing, so apologize for that, first of all. Second of all, we've got to clip all this stuff off the grapevines here so they can start growing yet again. So this will be a process for us today, which is nice. We haven't done anything with the grapes for a little while, with the exception of that harvest. So we'll take care of that. We're up to $43,432. Not a ton of money, but it is money nonetheless. I also noticed in the comments a lot of you were talking about, well, why am I not just mowing the grass before I plow it up and put something in the ground. I absolutely can do that, and I probably would make more money in the long run, because I know I sometimes complain about money, but we got plenty of trees. I'm not that concerned about the money, even if I might have complained about it in the past. But the main reason I do that, and I don't mow it up before I plow it, is because it actually saves us money and time in the long run as well. Like I said, I don't know if it's actually, a perfect offset there, but it does nonetheless. So we've got these two fields we created, right? The awkwardly looking fields. They've already got their second application of fertilizer on them because I just plowed directly into the grass and I didn't mow it first. If I would have mowed it first, I'd have to do a second application of fertilizer on that. So that's the main reason why I was doing it. Because, yeah, we could use some money to try to, expand the yard and buy a few other things for the animals, but we really don't need it that badly. So that's the main reason why I was doing that. Now, today, what we're likely going to do is begin working on the cutting down the trees again, and trying to make us some money that way. And I think we're going to go about it a little bit of a different way. We're also going to buy a mower, and we're going to do some mowing today. So those of you that have been asking me to do some mowing, we're going to do that. However, I'm not sure we're going to utilize the pit anymore. I think it's time for us to start putting in a production for some grass just to help speed things up a little bit. So we're going to do something like that, like a grass dryer, something along those lines. We definitely need to get one for hay, for Jester, if nothing else. We need them for the cows too, really, so we can make, TMR. But we're going to start working on all of that. We're going to start putting all of that stuff down. Again, trying to continue to prep for adding the animals. We've got the 2 pins here we put in the last episode. Tons of flour right here. Tons and tons and tons of flour. So we'll carry on. That's kind of the goals for today. So what we're likely going to do is mow this whole entire field up here that's pretty flat down here. We're going to mow all this up, take care of all of this, and that'll be what we'll utilize for our silage and everything else, right? Hay, silage, whatever we decide to use it for. But we got to get some trees down to be able to afford some of these things I want to put down, right? First thing we're going to do, obviously, is going to get the mower. We can mow things up at a minimum. And then we'll get the winch out, and we'll have to find something. Well, we might not even use the winch. I might even flip, actually, because I haven't really been utilizing it on camera for a while. So we might even utilize the Tree Devour mod just to save us a little bit of time there as well. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to go with. But nevertheless, those are the items that we need to do and accomplish today. Let's get Jester back to his pen here, and I'll brush him off, and he should be good to go for the day. As a matter of fact, let's take a look and see how he's doing food-wise. Let's see how everything's doing food-wise. Pigs are okay. Chickens are fine. Won't let me go down for Jester. Oh, it's because I'm riding him. All right, hold on a second. Let me get him back to the pen here. And we'll see how he's doing. I think he's fine. I don't think we need to worry about anything. I think the only partial problem with him is he's getting too many root crops at this point, because I've got that box of root crops still sitting there. Now, I can move it. Maybe I should, but I'm not that concerned about it. He's in pretty good health. %. Health is 100%. Yeah, he's looking good. He's got enough water. He's got enough food. He's good. He's good. Nothing to worry about on him. Okay, so we kind of had the idea here of what we're doing, right? So let's get to work. I think what we're going to do. I think we're going to do what I said. I think we're going to go the wood chip approach, and I think we're going to go the Tree Devour mod approach, I think. What's on the used market? Well, that's pretty nice. I've never used that before. That's kind of nice, but no, we're not going to do that. Disc harrow, no. Cultivator, headers for forage. Ooh. Now that. But, I mean, if you've looked at a forage harvester, they're not cheap. They're so expensive. We don't have anywhere near that kind of money. Maybe the $60,000 one? Maybe we could get that one. But probably not. Probably not. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see how things go and what happens here. But let's get to finding either the tree devour mod or the mowing, depending on whichever one I decide. So let me figure that out, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so we ended up going with the tree devour mod. I just from a specifically business standpoint, I think it makes the most sense. It's the best way for us to make a lot of money, and we were able to sell 2 pieces of equipment and drop it down to 1 because of it, right? So get rid of the stump grinder because we don't need that anymore. This can get rid of the stumps as well, and yeah, we got rid of the winch too. So we're gonna go with this one. Now, the trailer we currently have is not a very big trailer, but that's okay. It's all right. We'll make it work for now. We'll make it work. We still have to get a trailer for our semi that we bought. Just kind of looking like a lawn ornament right now, but eventually we will get one. I assure you, we will. We just haven't. We really don't have any field to harvest right now, so there's really no specific need for it yet. So that's why we're kind of waiting. All right, I'm going to have to move this. I kind of put this in the worst spot possible, so let me move this out of the way. And then we can get the trailer. And we can get going on getting some trees down. So what we're going to do more than likely is get the trees that are kind of in the middle, where we would either put a field, or if we're going to keep it in grass, or we're going to put it where, you know, more productions are, or whatever. We need to get rid of some of those trees first, just to get them out of the way. And that way we don't have anything to worry about. More than likely, we'll get rid of the rest of the trees up here on this hill as well, since we've got rid of a ton of them already. Might as well just get rid of all of those, right? So, but this trailer is not big at all, so this is going to fill up quickly. But that's fine. I thought I unfolded the pipe. Oh, it's down. Okay, whatever. So like these trees, for example, right? All these trees that are kind of just scattered here in the middle, these got to go. They got to go. Apologize again if you hear me sniffle a little bit here. The sinuses are kind of killing me today. Now, it's not going to make a ton of money for us right now. I don't know if we necessarily would want to sell the wood chips right now or not. As you know, wood chips are best to sell in the winter, as is most of everything. Alright, we're pretty much full there, gang, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. We'll go drop and dump. We'll go dump this and sell it and make some money here. Now, the wood chips, like I said, they're going to be weak, so we're not making a ton of money here. Yeah, 329, so they're a lot lower than they really should be. They are starting to slightly go higher, even though it doesn't say that. They are slightly going higher, but it's not good. So once we get to January, February, though, it will be good. We're just utilizing it now to try to clean some of that area up to make it a little easier on us, make us a little bit of extra money, so when we buy this mower, or anything else, right, any of the other productions I talked about, you know, we can afford it, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. Still haven't really figured out the pathing that I want to do back there to our mill, so that's why I haven't put anything down. I'm still kind of deciphering. We'll just run right into the silo there, Z. Good job. I'm still kind of deciphering what I want to do, right? So I don't know. I don't know yet. So we're going to sell it here at a little market stall. We really haven't sold a lot at the market stall, with the exception of just auto selling. Now, even at the price that we're getting, it's still going to be a good amount of money, as you can see. I mean, we're still going to be looking probably $70-some thousand. And we're almost to 80,000, actually, gang. That was more than I expected. But there you go, 19,246 out of that. So, I mean, we're at pretty much the, well, it's not the lowest, but pretty much the lowest it can be. So, when those winter months come around and we're getting 900 instead of 300 per 1,000 liters, we might as well go ahead and really bump up that amount. It's going to make us a lot of money. So that's that goal for today. So I'll continue on here. I'm going to get a few more trees down. We'll get some more stuff sold. When I'm done with all that, we'll come back. We'll work on the grapes, and then we'll consider or look at buying productions and or the mowers. Probably mowers, and then maybe one production. That's more than likely what we're going to go with today. But we'll see. The mowers that I want to get are not cheap. I'm kind of staying away from the swather, I think. We had the John Deere kind of swather, which was super nice, but I think I'm going to stay away from the actual main swathers. We utilized that in the 200 horsepower challenge for quite a while. So I think I'm going to try to utilize some mowers that are pulled behind the tractor. I think that's the approach I'm going to go with, but we'll see. I'm going to get more trees down. I'll be back with you. All right, so things are going well here. We're nearly at $200,000, gang. I got rid of all the trees that were kind of in the base area that I want to, work on mowing and other things over there at our new field. So that's done, and I already started working a little bit on that hill that I talked about, right, where we got a lot of those trees gone. Couldn't get the rest of them gone because we didn't own the land. Now we do. So I'm working on that as well. There's still some trees up there. I've got rid of probably 10. But in any case, we have enough now to buy the mowers that I would like to buy. We should, I think, have enough to utilize the dryer, which I utilize this in almost every single series that, is a challenge of some sort. It's just so convenient and it's so inexpensive that it just makes the most sense. So we're going to put that down as well just to help speed things up for us. And I realized I made a big mistake by getting rid of the winch. I should not have got rid of the winch. Way, way, way back there in the distance underneath the trees, you can kind of see the red building back there. I need the winch for the trees for the firewood. I slipped my mind completely. I completely screwed that up. So that's on me. That's my own mistake. But yeah, I kind of screwed that up. I know this isn't really where I should put them, and I've talked about a lot that I don't like just dropping stuff everywhere, but I'm going to do it now just temporarily, because we're going to take this tractor down immediately and go get these mowers that I want to get. So I will see you at the shop with the mowers that I purchase. So scratch that last statement, gang. We are going to need the John Deere for this one. I thought the Massey Ferguson had enough horsepower. It does not. It's just short. It probably could run it. I just wouldn't be able to run it at the fastest speed. So we're going to use the John Deere. We'll try to upgrade the Massey Ferguson at some point here in the near future, but nonetheless, we've now got the mowers that I want. I've never utilized these mowers, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's just base game mowers, but they're the most expensive base game mowers. So we'll see how this goes. It should, if my understanding at least, from what I can tell looking at it, it should put I just drilled that, didn't I? It should put the grass that it's mowing into a swath forest, which is going to be super nice. We don't currently have a swather. May look like we do, but that's just a turner to make the grass into hay. So, not having to have another piece of equipment costs us a little bit more money, but I think it's going to be worth it. So, let's get over to the field, and we'll do the outline at least. Actually, should we do the grapes first? No, we'll leave the grapes for the end. We'll start mowing. We'll mow, and we'll see where we get to. I'm probably not going to mow the entire area up. It is a big area. But we'll mow a good portion of it up. And, we'll figure out where we're going to put that dryer down at as well. All right, gang, we are underway here. And as I told you, it's doing a nice little swath for us. So this is going to be real nice here. Pretty decent sized width here, for sure. It's definitely at least tripling, well, almost tripling, I would think, the size of the John Deere that we did have. And I didn't get rid of all the trees. Obviously, you can see some over there that are still kind of in the middle, but I got rid of a good chunk of them, at least the area that I wanted to work in first, which is going to be a very, very, very large area. May not seem like it right now just by, you know, where I'm going and how I'm turning, but I'm telling you, this is a massive, massive area. It's going to take us forever to mow this, and even longer to pick it up with the loading wagon or whatever we decide to utilize, right? Probably the loading wagon, because our loading wagon we have is a decent-sized loading wagon. Now, as far as the pit goes, I said I wasn't going to utilize that, and I probably won't be utilizing it again for the rest of the series, more than likely. The dryer is just going to be faster and much easier for us. But I'm not positive I will get rid of it just yet. We might. I'll kind of think about it for a little bit longer, I guess. Kind of decide what I want to do from there. So as you can see, it is a much bigger field than you might be expecting. I'm leaving a good chunk here on purpose because I feel like I'm going to probably end up putting a track right there in the middle between all these fields. I think it just makes the most sense. We also have those trees over there and that little weird island that we've kind of created to get rid of. And if we do that, we can fix these two fields that we've actually already drilled, make them look a little bit more realistic, right? I think we just kind of give a nice little turn here. Kind of come up next to these trees here and then wrap back around. Now, what we're going to be doing is utilizing really that dryer not to make money. We're going to be utilizing it really for TMR stuff, right? So we're going to make some silage out of it. We're going to ship that over to a TMR production. That way we can start actually putting cows in the pen. And start making some money off the cows, make some milk, etc., etc. So that's kind of what the goal is here, and the real reason why I'm using that same dryer is just to try to speed that process up, not really to send it to the BGA specifically. We might end up even getting rid of that BGA soon. Really, the only reason for the BGA, at least at current, was to make money. Oh shit, I forgot to turn the one in the front up. Whoops. Whoops. Oh well. So, I mean, it was really to take the straw off the ground, right, and make some money from it, but now we're going to be utilizing the straw to help us with the TMR, etc., right? So, will we need all the straw we're going to get from the ground of the fields? Probably not, so maybe we should keep the BGA. We'll see. We'll really see how much we're actually utilizing versus how much we have left, and probably make that decision. Now, the problem we're going to have with this dryer is if we turn it on distributing, it could distribute it to the BGA, and we don't necessarily want that to happen, at least not yet. We'd rather distribute that to whatever production we put down to make TMR, right? Or if we buy a vehicle for TMR, whatever it is, that's kind of what we would prefer, is to utilize it in that way versus sending it to the BGA at this point. Because with the Tree Devour mod now in hand, I have no concerns at all about money. Just going to get used to making sure I'm dropping the front one and the back ones and picking them up at the same time as well when I do these turns here. Not used to that as much as you might expect. I normally use swathers or, you know, whatever, just one mower in general. I don't have to worry about it that way. I just have to lift one of them up. Got to get that in my head. Anyway, we're going to carry on here, gang. We'll get this this new kind of outlined field we have here all mowed up, and we'll have a ton of grass, and then we'll look to buy the dryer, and then we're going to get into the loading wagon. We're going to pick this sucker up. And then after that, we got to jump to the grapes and get those taken care of so they are good to grow as we move forward. Now, we could utilize that in, August day 2, potentially. But we'll see. We'll see where we get to. We'll see where the time is of the episode. And we'll go from there. And, I mean, we could obviously continue working on this in the next episode, too. But it really just depends on where we get to. So let me carry on for a little while. Let's see how long this takes, and I'll be back with you. Hopefully, having the field all done. right, went ahead and loaded up a loading wagon as well of grass here, because why not? Here's our dryer. We've seen this many times. This is the one we're going to utilize again. Our little farm animal area here is starting to come together nicely. We'll continue to expand on it, obviously. Build in this way, more this way is kind of where I'm thinking. Just kind of rounding this around the corner here and over that way. So, let's turn this sucker on. We're just going to keep it on storing for right now. I'm not going to, like I said, distribute anything yet. There we go. Grass silage is what we want. And the other nice thing is, remember what we talked about here? The new mill, it's given us chaff. So we can take that chaff and drop it right in here as well, because this will also make us silage from chaff. So, super nice. It's a super nice production, that mill. I love it a lot. I think we talked about in the last episode that we were pretty close. 31,000. I think there's only... We might actually have it now. Let me look here. 31, 41, 50, no, 31, 41, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. We're 7,000 away. So that's not going to take much. We actually probably could take what we actually have in storage right now and get there. I think we still have a little bit of sorghum and oat and wheat. So yeah, we probably could get there right now if we really wanted to. We'll wait for now, but we probably could get there. So for me, doing this episode, it has not been that long, but, well, I mean, for me, it's been long. For you guys, it's not been that long. It's not a very long episode. So we're going to keep on going here. It took me a while to do some of the other stuff earlier on. So that's why, to me, it feels like it's a much longer episode than it actually is. Now, $7,000, unfortunately, is not going to be able to get us very far with the productions that we want to purchase. So we're going to have to get rid of some more trees, which means I'm going to have to do some more stuff off camera. Well, I mean, I guess I could do it on camera, but you've seen me do it so many times, I'm trying not to, but I guess I can do some more on camera. Why not? But we still have to do the grapes, and we got to get the rest of this field picked up, right? So, and then we're probably going to drill this field pretty quickly, right? We're going to plow it up and drill it pretty quickly. I don't know if it'll be the full extent, the size of what we mowed here, but it'll be a similar size for sure. So we got a lot to do within August day 1 and August day 2, right? We got a lot to do. I also filled up the additive. I don't know if you saw it or not. It only cost me like $1 or $2, whatever it was. It was basically nothing. So that was worth it. You get a little bit more silage out of it, so why not? We had some in here. Probably had enough in here, honestly, but I was like, let's just top it up. Why not? Those mowers worked well, though. I started getting used to it as we were carrying along there. Picking up the front one and then the back ones after, and then dropping them back down. Just takes me paying attention a little bit more to what I actually have selected. So in the top left corner, you can see a little tractor, and then there's a blue little, I don't know, it's not even a square. I don't even know what that is. It's like a half, like a quarter circle. I don't know. Quarter moon? I don't know. Anyway, just got to pay attention to that and what's selected, so you make sure you're actually picking up the right thing. There you go. You can see pretty well right there the trees that I got rid of, right? They were obviously right there on that side of the hill. So there's still, I don't know, 10 up there probably to get rid of. They'll probably be gone. That's probably what we'll, the ones we'll utilize to get rid of. We can obviously get rid of those over there, but I was kind of keeping those for not really necessarily a reason, but I guess sort of a reason. I kind of wanted to wait and see how far we go out with the animals over there, and then kind of make my decision on those trees, because, I like trees, so I don't really want to get rid of every single tree. It's not remove every tree, but if it makes sense to leave them there, if it's close to an animal, enclosure or whatever, I'm going to leave them just as like an accent to it. So that's kind of why I didn't get rid of those yet. Now these in here, I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of those or not. We have the ones obviously from the original farm behind that hill that we can try to get rid of too, maybe. I wasn't getting rid of those either. But then we have that big, massive section over there that we had started getting rid of, and we're probably more than halfway along, I think, at this point. So those we absolutely can and probably should work to get rid of. Those first right here, the ones closest to us, and then the ones way back there. That's what we should probably be working towards before we really start taking, away any of these over here on this side. All right, that's full again, so let's go drop it off at the dryer here. And for now, I think I'm going to leave the grass here for now. We can come back to it later on in this episode or the following episode, whatever. I'm going to flip over to doing some grape work now. I want to change it up a little bit, do some grapes. So we take care of that, because we got to get that done, no matter what. All right, it's going good. We'll go to here. We'll jump into our Fint here. Somehow my piece of equipment fell over. That's not good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. I might have to reset that. Are we still connected? Oh, we're still connected to the dang mower. That's probably part of the problem. I probably ran into it when I backed in the tractor in. Well, this is gonna be fun. Let me see if I can get this flipped back up without resetting it. If I have to reset it, I have to reset it, right? What are you gonna do? Oh, there we go. That might work. But I think it's on the wrong side. It is on the wrong side. Go figure. Hold on, gang. Bear with me. Let me get this sorted out. All right, I think we got it now. After I moved the harvester out, I kind of kicked it a little bit with the back tire of the harvester. Yeah, perfect. So this is a slow process, but it shouldn't take too long. We don't have that many grapes. I mean, I guess we do, but we don't really. I like doing this grape work. It's fun. I think I admitted that, I don't know, when the 200 horsepower challenge, that I admittedly had not done a whole lot of grape work. I've done some, but not a whole lot. You know, obviously when it first came out, I did it just so I knew what the hell I was doing to an extent. But I don't mind it. You know, a lot of people, there's certain things that they hate doing. Like, I hate rolling. That's why for a long time now we haven't rolled an any series. Early on I was rolling, and then I got so frustrated and annoyed with it, I just stopped. I don't know why. I've always hated rolling. I can't explain it to you. Some people hate spraying and fertilizer spreading and all that stuff, and I love it. That's probably my favorite thing to do. So, it's funny how everybody's kind of different on what drives them crazy about this game versus what doesn't. Now, admittedly, I do like the way that the field looks when it's been rolled, but I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. So if I'm ever going to roll again, probably it's going to be when we have a very, very large roller, and it doesn't take me that long. I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm kind of ranting here. I'm going off tangent, but let's get working on. Well, let's get working. We're already doing that. Let's get this going. Let's get it done. We'll see where we're at, gang. All right, the grapes are done. I'm just going to put this away and hopefully not knock it over this time. All right, that'll work. Let's put this back away. And realistically, I think what we're going to probably end up doing is knocking down some more trees here before the end of the episode. I'm going to leave probably the rest of the grass as is. I'd like to build the TMR production before we end this episode, which means, well, it means simply put, I've got to knock down some more trees. That or we sell the flour we have, but I said before, I don't really want to sell the flour until we have enough, so that way we can fully prove that we sold 50,000 liters of flour. And realistically, we've got that stuff in the Pioneer silo that I talked about, right? I could utilize that to probably get there, but I'm going to kind of save that in there just in case for animals or anything else we might need it for right now. We'll wait till we harvest another field, and then that way we can get to 50,000, right? It's probably going to be a while, honestly, before we harvest a field, though. If we take a look at the map here, and we look at growing stages here, maybe this one, but probably another two or three episodes, really, before it's going to be time. So we'll see, I guess. But I mean, we got another episode here in August, and then we'll jump to the next month, and I don't think they're going to be ready then. So I guess we'll see, right? So we'll use the John Deere this time. I'll hook everything up here, and we're going to start get going. And I'm probably going to work, like I said, on the one field first, just to get rid of all those trees, and then that way that field is completely gone. Well, gone. I say gone. That field is completely removed of trees. It has no trees left on it. That hill's kind of straight ahead from where we were just looking. And then we'll probably start heading over there into that section that we've been working on. Realistically, I should probably put down a couple more greenhouses as well. So, I don't think we'll do it today, but possibly in the next episode we might do that. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8? 8 of them up here? I said 10, I think, but we were close. I'm on, John Deere. Let's go, buddy. I know we're on a hill. So while this is happening, let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about, what I want to buy here. So the one I want, where is it? I saw, this is on the 200 horsepower challenge. This has been a while, so it's been a while. But I saw Northern Farm Sim utilize this. It's this right here, this mixing station. It's really nice. I don't know which one I want to use, but I really like it. So I haven't fully figured that out yet, but I'll figure out which design I want to use eventually. Oh, I just missed a big ass stump right there. I'll have to come back and get that. Now, the other thing nice about what we have here, this tree devour mod, it will probably help us with those trees over there that are kind of floating. Remember we talked about those trees over there, they're floating in the air a little bit? Where our wood chip processing plant was, there were some trees float. You can kind of see them from here if you look close enough. But they're floating in the air, so this should help us get rid of those. Probably should have went and unloaded that before chopping down that tree. Probably just wasted a little bit on that tree, but that's alright. So it's 30 grand, as you can see, right? So it's going to take me a while to get there. It's going to be probably all of these trees and then some of those over there too to get there. So let me get to work here. I'll be back with you once we get 30 grand, and that we'll put that down, and that'll probably kind of close out the episode there. All right, this should about do it, gang. That hill that we were working on, all those trees are gone from that hill, so that hill is all done. I tried to go over and get some of those trees that were kind of floating that I talked about, and he wouldn't let me get them. So they're not going to be coming down. So I guess they're just going to stay there. But that's fine, whatever. Let's put down that TMR production I was talking about. I still didn't really make my decision on which one I liked better. Where the hell was it? Did I go past? I went too far, I guess. I don't know if I want the brick or if I want the stucco-ish looking one. I don't know. There it is. Which one do we like? Let's look closer. I mean, I kind of like the brick. Yeah, I think the brick. Oop, not that one. Let's go over here and see if it makes sense, given the stuff we're putting down, or if it makes sense to do the stucco one. It might be the stucco one. I mean, the mill we have is brick, I think, or it's some kind of brick. Yeah, it's like brick. That one's more, I don't know, it's like, is that like cement? No, I guess it's brick. It's like painted brick. So yeah, we'll go brick. This one's just, you know, newish style, but that's fine. Let's see, where do we want to put this at? I'm thinking maybe kind of make a line like going this way, maybe? Good enough for me. Alright, so the other production we have that dries the grass, it should already be out. Yeah, it is. So there's 89,000 liters of silage in there already. We're going to put some mineral feed in here. We don't have any mineral feed at current. That means we have to either buy some or figure out some other way to ship mineral feed over into this production. I guess what I can do to make sure that it doesn't happen is turn this off, but I still am kind of skeptical that the silage will go where I want it to go. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Let's just distribute it and see what happens. We still have plenty of grass on the ground. I'm not that concerned. If all of that goes into the BGA for now, then we know for a fact we're gonna have to do it, you know, by hand. Well, I say by hand, by trailer. So yeah, we'll leave the episode there, though, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it if you did, if you hit the like button. It's the best and easiest way to help the channel out and get this video out to further people. And, yeah. Check out my other channels if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you all in the next one.